So let's get into it. Let's get into
That's
it.
sad. That's
Let's go.
terrible.
Let's go HBCU. You'll start off with the MEAC. Um, interesting day.
Oh, to say the least, across the board. We're gonna start out with the Norfolk. With Norfolk, who did?
Norfolk State.
Yes, I don't know.
What are you asking? I'm sorry, I didn't. What did you ask?
Who did they play?
Oh shit, you don't know. They lost or did they win? They lost.
They lost, but they kept it close. Give me 1 second while I get this thing pulled up.
Well, this is the time for y'all to like, follow, and subscribe.
It was a very interesting week across the board. In all football, a lot of these games were a lot closer than I expected, as you can see with the scores. Kind of watched them down to the end. But Norfolk played Wagner. Wagner. Yes, correct. They scored 13 points in the first quarter, and then Wagner scored 12 in the third, 6 in the fourth. Michael Vick 1-4, 0-2 in conference. You knew
it was going to be an uphill climb in first year. Yeah. This, I think, if you feel some type of way, it's just because you see what Delaware State is doing. But at that point, you knew it was going to be a slow build at Norfolk. Give them some time, and it ain't like they playing chumps now.
And send them some money. Send them some money. Support HBCUs. Next up, Delaware State versus Sacred Heart. Delaware State continues to be a demon in the running game. Marquise Gillis, 13 carries for 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. James Jones, 9 touchdowns for 97 yards on the ground. And then Jaden Saray, 12-18, 207 yards and 1 touchdown. They fall to Sacred Heart. Jack Snyder had 28-36, 298 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's really impressive. And you just look at Deshaun Jackson's career, you don't assume that he's going to create a rushing powerhouse. He has created a rushing powerhouse in Delaware State.
Yeah, apparently his dad or his uncle or somebody was like already is a pretty well-known.
I think
coach.
It's his dad.
Yeah, so this may be new to us, but this was true to him. He already had a plan. And shout out to you. 31 points in the first half. Hey, second half 0. Sometimes you learn on the fly and you got to learn how to make adjustments. They played well. Y'all keep a lookout for Delaware State. They may take over the MEAC low key because we can't stop them rushing.
Oh, nah, I'm not gonna go that far. You still got.
I forgot about South Carolina State.
Yeah, and more.
But yeah, they gonna be there. Solid 3.
What they could do is right now. You see what the top half is, and then the bottom half just be fighting it out. You could get to the top of the bottom, and then you and Morgan might have you might be able to outmarket Morgan in the future. Is what I think. Next up. The Trick It Off Johnny Award goes to the Howard Bison. They started out up 12-0 against University of Richmond and end up losing it on 2 late interceptions from Tyreek Starks. I don't know I mean, y'all know I want to root for the Blacks, but I also don't want to root for Howard. And after what they did to us, it feels good to see them be let down and whooped in a way. I don't care. Right. Call me Richard Petty, the Intimidator, baby. But yeah, they lost. 129 yards, 1 touchdown from Anthony Reagan, though. Sheesh.
Yeah, I mean, they scored 12. I mean, this game,
they had it.
First off, shout out to Howard's defense. Because essentially they allowed no points. If there were no turnovers, there were no interceptions, there would be no points. So, Howard's defense played well. Sometimes stuff happens, and you can't. As a Georgia fan, you just kind of got to accept it. You just got to accept this one. Some BS happens. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yes, Lord. We're going to get there. I love it. Howard didn't lost. Norfolk didn't lost. You on the docket, brother. Speaking of people letting go of the rope, Morgan State was up against Miles. Then they gave up 17 points in the second half. They
Almost
won.
tricked it
Yeah,
off, boy.
right. 24-17. Miles, of course, is 0-5. And you know what we say about Morgan is they have every MEAC All-American. You can't do this. You cannot do this if you wanted to take you seriously. And the reason you can't do it now is, as we alluded to earlier, Deshaun Jackson has Delaware State looking like somebody and something. If you keep playing, you will get passed. And if you get passed, that's going to be your ass. So best thing you can do is figure it out and figure it out soon.
I don't know what happened to this All-American defense to allow a SIAC 0-4 team score 17 points. 0-5 now. Score 17 points to win the game. I mean, to almost steal the game.
And that was
and then you had to score.
Dude, that's a classic. Ooh, boy.
You had to score. I don't know what y'all doing over there in Baltimore, but that's
always been our thing. Is that the roster looks great preseason. You just never get
who can stop.
Never get the execution.
You never can. They can never stop South Carolina State or Central.
Up next, South Carolina State versus Charleston Southern. This is a duel. South Carolina State, I think, is it. They went back and forth. Now this is the thing. Charleston Southern had lost 14 in a row before this. But we get it. They questionable if South Carolina State should have been in this game as far as the conference goes. But South Carolina State has proven that they're a very legitimate team. Just couldn't close the door. Charleston Southern gets a win here. But I still think that South Carolina State is either 1 or 2 in the MEAC. And Ryan 18 and 24, 194 yards, just no touchdowns.
Yeah.
Oh, but he also had 18 carries for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. My bad, big dog. What the hell was everybody else doing? Watching?
Yeah, Charleston Southern scored with 1 minute and 3 seconds left. And that was essentially the end of the game.
Kamarian Baldwin, 122 yards on 18 carries and 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. Scoring the last touchdown with 1 minute and 3 seconds. They play tough, but you win some, you lose some. I call this to be an upset, but which is crazy that an 0-13 team was still favored. But it is what it is, man. And then of course Central beat East Texas A&M 50-42.
Dogfight.
Yeah, it was 47-21 at the end of the third quarter. And then East Texas scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth, and Central kicked a field goal. Walker Harris threw 2 touchdowns and ran for another. Of course, Arthur Rogers Jr., their running back that ran all over Southern, had another great game. I think he's in the running for FCS Player of the Year, especially HBCU Offensive Player of the Year as well. Central looks like they hitting their stride, man. They 4-2.
Now, let me tell you what you can't do, Central. Is you can't let Christian Jordan from East Texas go for 7 receptions, 119 yards and a touchdown. Let Tanner Harrison go for 2 receptions for 107 yards. And then also let Devin Matthews go for 5 receptions and 103 yards. 3 receivers over 100 yards and 4 touchdowns.
All came in the fourth quarter. They scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
I'm going to tell you, the tape on that, not going to be fun. It's going to be a long day. And I'm talking about they got longs of 59, 24, 22, 21, 28, 73. Y'all just got beat deep.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was it in the MEAC. Interesting day. Could have been a lot more wins, but it is what it is. Let's move on.
A lot of this football, like across the landscape of football, everything. There were a few blowouts. For the most part, though, everybody was fighting for their life. Oh, my bad. Didn't mean to go there. Not yet. Now, speaking of a blowout, Alabama State beats FAMU 42-14. We kind of been waiting for this all season. FAMU has, as we've covered unceremoniously for years, has been kind of taking chips off the old block. And they finally at a point now where I think that it's the culmination of everything at the wrong time. And I don't know if their season is going to get any better. I don't know how they come out of this. I don't know really what to do with this team. But I don't think that it's good anytime soon.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's tough for FAMU in the place that they're in, but it's really not about FAMU right now. This is about me. I told y'all that this was gonna happen. I said it. I said it. Applause to me. Applause to me. Y'all got in the comments and said, "Oh, you crazy." Y'all was in the comments saying, "You don't know what you're talking about." In the DMs, real loudmouthed. Real air in chest poked out in the DMs. I know that y'all have a lot of pride down there in Tallahassee, but let me tell you, I saw this coming a mile away. And now Alabama State is getting votes to be ranked in the FCS. That really only happens in MEAC schools. That doesn't happen a lot in the SWAC, except for maybe Jackson State. So now you're looking at Jackson State and Alabama State and possibly in the MEAC. It wants because MEAC conference play hasn't started yet. It's starting this week. So once the MEAC starts playing, you may have Central being ranked. That'll be 3 HBCUs ranked.
I think South Carolina State will be in there.
But I told y'all, now FAMU about to come up. They about to come in here and play Mississippi Valley State. Boy, who this bad and worse. Great segue.
Right. And it's a lot of bad here. A lot of unexpected. Tennessee State. Texas Southern squeaks out versus Mississippi Valley State. This is not what we had in the cards. Texas Southern starts out the season against PV and loses at the last play of the game. And then from there, they've kind of let the rope go for the most part. Mississippi Valley State continues to, even though they 0-4, they put up good showings against teams that we have thought that are just substantially, not substantially, but definitely better than them. I hate to keep giving them moral victories, but this is another moral victory.
You got a moral athletic department. Y'all ain't giving no money back. You gonna get moral victories until y'all invest. Mississippi Valley State.
Jerry.
Mississippi Valley State continues to play above their budget. Last couple years, they beat Jackson State when they had Dion and all the SWAC All-Americans. Then they beat FAMU last year. Like they keep playing above their pay grade, essentially.
Balling on a budget.
Y'all better go and invest in that team. Whatever they got down there is working, but y'all have to invest. It's just you can tell that the resources aren't there, that the depth on the chart is that the depth on the roster isn't there. But they play hard, man. They play tough.
And surprise.
Unfortunately, we about to get Mississippi Valley State and FAMU here in Atlanta, and I think Valley should win that game. But I think it's going to be a better game than most people think. I'm going to go for the Bands.
They lost their leading pass catcher to Alabama State, if I remember correctly, or Jackson State. Well, that is a perfect segue to, I'll let you handle this. These your boys.
Oh, yeah, we knew this was going to happen. Jackson State beat Southern 38-13. What I did know, so Southern starting quarterback that got the concussion is that's his fourth concussion.
Oh.
And he was knocked unconscious.
Yeah, laying on down, bro.
And at that point, it's like, well, we got to make sure that you can play. And then, so then Southern also, this is the first week with Coach McNair as the offensive coordinator after Southern fires their offensive coordinator. Didn't look like it mattered, although they did play better, but they just can't throw the ball over the middle of the field. They keep dropping passes. And really, I will say this. It was 13-10. Southern had just stopped Jackson State going into halftime. And Jackson State punted the ball from their own end zone. Southern roughs the punter. 5-yard penalty gives them a first down. Next play, they go 85 yards for a touchdown.
Them special teams play well. One special teams play can lose you a game these days. I hate to say it.
That's what 1 in 4
teams NFL. We've seen it happen in NFL and the NCAA. One play will ruin your whole day.
That's what 1 in 4 teams do, dog. Jackson State just didn't beat. They are an explosive offense. Now they do have a running back, number 27. Let me tell you, he was walking all through Southern. But I mean, Trey Holly played well. They looked more competent on
Trey
offense
Holly,
than they had
11
the rest
carries,
of the week.
147 yards, 1 touchdown. His lungs 73. So even the other 10 carries, he was still averaging 7 yards a carry. Now,
but once you get down to Jackson State, though, bro, once that pass game started going, I was like, oh boy, I see why they rating them one.
That's the issue. Jacoby Morgan went from 21 and 31, 337 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Nice. He was player of the week, offensive player of the week.
Hey, let me tell y'all gonna have a long day of watching tape too. Nate Rembert, 5 receptions, 102 yards, touchdown. Jamal Gardner, 7 receptions, 96 yards. Janalen Dupree, 5 receptions, 93 yards, bro. That's almost, once again, 3 receivers almost at 100 yards. You're gonna have a bad day.
He threw for 400. I mean, you could have had a fourth. And they ran the ball. Once they offense started going, once they roughed that punter, it's like it woke them up. And they just, well, you see that. So they ain't scored no more. And they scored a lot. So that was the end of the game. It was a fun weekend, though. Battle of the Bands. That was tough. A lot of talk, smack talk.
You're right. Started out 17-13, and they ain't looked back.
Nope. That was it. That was that. So, but shout out to TC, man. He's got him coached well, man. They are explosive. And them State, which I believe is next week, is going to be a fun one. For sure.
In surprise news, Alabama A&M upset by Bethune-Cookman. Of course, Alabama A&M is 3-2. They're now 0-1 in the SWAC, and Bethune-Cookman is 1-0 in the SWAC. It really looks like
nice things, Alabama
Bethune won this in the second quarter when they scored 20 points. They scored a touchdown in every other one, but yeah, them 20 points the second quarter kind of did it for them. This is awful big win for Bethune after they just beat Edward Waters into submission. Probably might have been riding the horse a little too high. So I would say it's unfortunate, but we like to see the underdogs, especially Bethune and everything that they've been through.
Breaking news. We will be. Hold on. Oh
Lord.
How do I change the view? This is not what I wanted to do. That's not the one. Change the view, Norwood. Change it
what
to
you
just
trying?
us.
What? Okay, this is us.
Tyreek Hill dislocated his knee. Just happened. The report says they fear he dislocated his knee. Let me tell you something. You know whether the knee is dislocated or not. There's no maybe it's out of socket, which means he could be out.
Hospitalized.
The season.
Hospitalized. Not a locker room. Hospitalized.
Wow. Sorry, y'all. I mean, we're going to get back to the SWAC. It's a couple more games we're going to talk about, but wow. Live reaction, right? This is why you live stream. Live reaction. Tyreek Hill. Dislocated knee.
As I'm losing in fantasy.
Out for, and that's what you say.
Hey, bro. Because
Tyreek Hill career in jeopardy. I'm losing in fantasy, though.
Well, of course I don't, but I was monitoring. It's Dobbins, Achane, and Tyreek, and I got Waddle. I need Waddle to score a time or two, and they up. So they definitely not even gonna throw the ball to Waddle.
I know. I went in by 54 points. My boy, your boy got Justin Jefferson and Drake London and Jordan Love and Deebo Samuel. But yeah, back to my bad. Back to SWAC. We can go back. Do you go to SML Media or which one do you use?
No. It's here. There we go.
Just that one. Okay. But yeah, Alabama A&M, bruh. You can't have nice things. We've been talking nice about y'all. We've been bragging about you to all the neighbors. We've been showing off your report card. We've been saying that he's been working hard in the summer. You go up there and fail the first test. It wasn't even pop quiz. You knew Bethune-Cookman wasn't good.
Money up. Now I can't read up.
What y'all doing?
Man? Y'all the good thing is,
Jackson State and Alabama ain't playing no games. The rest of us struggling.
The good thing is It's your first conference game. You can bounce back. But you don't
Yeah.
have any more room for error. Ain't no more games to be played. Ain't no oops, my bad. Oops, I did it again. No Britney Spears, brother. It's over. Speaking
Everything was in
of
front of you. You right.
oops, I did it again.
And
Alcorn
ain't wait,
loses. Yes. Alcorn loses to Pine Bluff. We didn't pick this, but Alcorn is 0-4. This is not good. I didn't think that Pine Bluff was going to be that good, but 0-4. Hey, man, they ain't going to let you keep going over, brother. You better figure that
Alcorn
out.
0-4, Southern 1-4. I didn't see that. I didn't see Alcorn being 0-4. I didn't see them losing to Arkansas Pine Bluff.
This is
but again, Pine Bluff always shocked people at the beginning of the season, though.
This is the thing that could make or break them is they play Prairie View, which is they play solid. They haven't played like world beaters. They're a reasonable team, but you could beat them. Then they play that Lincoln, California team. You should be able to beat them. FAMU was vulnerable. Mississippi State, you should have going into the game. You should have a strong chance. Texas Southern can be beat. Southern can be had. Grambling can be had. So all the games that you play going forward, you have a puncher's chance, but you must throw your punches. You must knock them out.
I don't know what I'm just like in the MEAC. It's Alabama State and Jackson State, and whoever's in the West, we don't care because one of them two teams is going to beat them. So at this point, it's two teams in the SWAC for me. Everybody else, y'all going to figure it out. I am still looking at you, Alabama A&M. I'm still looking at you, Texas Southern. Very interesting, Bethune. And I'm still looking at your Prairie View, but y'all got a lot to prove, even though y'all beat Grambling. Woo. State of Louisiana is in dire straits right now.
But this is the thing. Christian Peters, 20 of 32, 323 passing yards. Bruh. He ain't see a pass he ain't like. Let me tell you. Defensive backs getting whooped.
Like
whooped. And then, yes, Prairie View over Grambling. Prairie View, very consistent. One touchdown in every quarter. Tevin Carter, 9 of 21, 98 yards passing. Larniga McDowell, 10 carries, 98 yards. Just a consistent game. I don't. What doesn't? Oh, there's the answer right there. Grambling lost because quarterback threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah,
will lose you again.
Oh yeah. The Southern University transfer, T-Set. You remember him?
Yeah. Oh, and on top of that, 2 more fumbles. Okay. There
5 turnovers. That's T-Set that transferred from Southern. We thought he was going to be like great, but he couldn't hold off the other quarterback who now actually is not playing because of his concussions. Yeah, but that tells me that's an offensive line thing. He threw the ball 43 times.
Correct.
That's crazy. You threw the ball 43 times with 3 picks, and they just kept throwing the ball. And the crazy thing is, Prairie View's quarterback was 9 of 21 for 98 yards. This was an awful game. But Prairie View had 37 carries for 224 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Hey, you got what you got, and that's what you got. Nothing more, nothing less. Turnovers will be the death of you for sure. For sure. If there will be anything that will be the death of you, it will be turnovers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end. Oh, wait. Did Hampton win?
No, we lost. We got stomped again. Stomped by you.
Hampton lost. So the A&T, though.
We looking for a new coach. We looking for a new coach. If you know a coach, we need it.
We'll have another discussion on that because you know the NFL players gonna come calling, including Edward Reed.
They're not calling us, and definitely not Ed Reed. I had this conversation off the record, but Ed Reed and Hampton don't mix like oil and water. Not a chance. And you know them old people, the last person that Edward. I saw your video on the internet. I don't think we're gonna go in this.
Now with all that scandal we got going on right now. No. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. We're gonna take a break. We could have had Vic.
You got to cut. We good.
We'll be right back. We have our college football segment next.
No, we got a dance party is what we got. We got a dance party. Bring your shoes.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Dance party.
Oh,
And
don't
you
worry.
gonna bring
Who y'all
your
play this
shoes
week?
and we want to see you. We ain't worry about next week. We
That's this
worry
week.
about today. It's a dance party. Bring your shoes.
We'll be right back.
Oh my goodness. Joy and pain.